Hello and welcome to another daily devotion. As this week we're talking about wild card. What the heck is that? Well, you'll never know what you're going to get on wild card week in daily devotion. And let's talk about sex. What? Yeah, we talk about that in a locker room. We talk about that on a girls' weekend out or with our friends or with our spouse, pillow talk. But in church? Well, uh, you know, if you look at the Song of Solomon, I did a series on this a couple of years back, Song of Solomon, or Song of Songs in the Hebrew Bible. It's a beautiful text about intimacy, both human intimacy, even to the extent of sexual intimacy, bedroom intimacy, and also an allegory that Christian writers later used. It wasn't necessarily intended this way, but Christian writers used it as an allegory of our intimacy with God. But listen to this. The writer says, and it's both male female voice, so it's a beautiful play between gender and partners. He kisses me with kisses under, she kisses me with kisses under her tongue, which tastes of milk and honey. And I remember Will Jennings, one of my preaching professors, said, "How do he know what it tastes like under her tongue?" We're talking about some French kissing. We're talking about some intimate kissing here. And then he goes on to describe her thighs as a paradise of pomegranates. It talks about her garden fountain, a well of fresh water streaming down from Lebanon's mountains. Awake, listen to this. Awake, awake, north wind, rise up, south wind, blow on my garden. What? Blow on my garden. What are we talking about here? You know what we're talking about here. Your face getting red yet? Come to its fragrance. Come into my garden, my love. Taste its fine fruits. Are we talking about what I think we're talking about here? Yes, we are. It's why the Song of Songs almost wasn't included by the old-time church fathers, because they said, we can't have people reading this. This is people kissing each other in areas that we don't talk about in public. Yes, it is. In a way that honors the body of a partner as a gift of God. Move over Danielle Steele. But thank God it's in here. I mean, for all the centuries that the church treats sex, and I don't want to take pot shots at any specific denomination, but when sex is only talked about as an ends to procreation, in other words, you just have sex to have children. Well, no, you don't. Come on. And the idea that people who can't have children or people who are beyond childbearing years can't still enjoy the gift of intimacy and sex as a gift of God, the Song of Songs would say that's crazy. That's crazy. And yet, the good old boys club sometimes gets so, we don't talk about this. It's almost a shameful thing, a sinful thing in some places. And it's just kept behind the closed doors of a bedroom. Well, maybe if the church over the centuries had done a better job about expressing the gift of human sexuality, human intimacy between people who love each other, and honoring of our bodies, we wouldn't be so messed up in being so self-absorbed in what our appearance looks like, about girls having to look like a size 2 and be supermodels, and guys having to be ripped like some guy in Mr. Universe contest. Maybe if we had a better sense of the beauty of the body God has given us, of every shape and size and color, orientation, that we could honor and treasure the gift that a person is, made in the image of God. The Song of Songs is this just beautiful book that talks about the gift of human love, not to awaken it, not a casual, not one night stands, not another notch in the lipstick case. Thank you, Pat Benatar, but a true honoring and giving thanks and a a oneness of trust, of depth, of sharing yourself that is a gift of God to be respected and treasured, not to be treated casually or like something disposable. Some food for thought. Go in there and read it. Get a Hebrew commentary so you can read all what the original language really says, and be prepared for a steamy night in. Hallelujah. Thank God for Song of Songs. I told you it'd be a wild card.